Energy, we use it in our daily lives to power our homes, our workplaces, our streets, and even our vehicles. With such heavy reliance on energy, across the globe, countries are looking to more renewable sources like hydro, wind, and solar. In Belize, stakeholders of the energy sector met today to discuss improvements that can be made to the nation's energy policy. Jose Arbina, the CEO in the Ministry of Public Utilities, shared on the objectives of this consultation process at the opening of today's event.
A well-designed energy policy reduces pollution, cuts customer costs, and minimizes dependency on foreign energy supplies. Energy cross-cuts our lives and economy in every shape and form. Reason why the energy policy needs to be holistic. As we look into the near future, we speak about e-mobility, distribution generation, microgrids, and many other terms, with a government priority focusing on reducing cost of power while ensuring sustainability.
Compared to other Caribbean countries, Belize is the least reliant on fossil fuel. However, over 44% of the nation's electricity is being generated in neighboring Mexico. The hope of the energy sector, based on the Belize Sustainable Energy Roadmap, is to reduce the country's reliance on imported electricity to 12% by 2040 through investments in solar, wind, and biomass energy sources. Devon Gardner, the policy expert collaborating with the Energy Unit in this undertaking, spoke with reporters.
A big part of what is emerging is obviously the issue of how do you deepen the amount of indigenous renewable energy options that there are available to countries. Of course, recognizing that some are more cost-effective than others, but all the countries, including Belize, stakeholders seem to be very keen, especially as technologies improve for you to do so, to deepen the amount of renewable energy that are able to be accommodated in a practical way within the energy system. That's one thing. Another thing that is emerging as a constant theme is something that probably is the most common but overlooked phenomena in the region and in Belize as a whole. How do we become more efficient in the way in which we access and move and use energy? How is it that we can put in energy management, energy efficiency, and energy conservation measures that allow us to squeeze more US dollars of GDP out of every single barrel of oil that we use within our society?
The argument here is that Belizeans generally consume energy in a manner that is inefficient. More efficient energy consumption across the country through regulations would allow for a greater return on the investment made by the government of Belize. The transport sector is one such area where this shift is beginning to take effect across the Caribbean.
Within the context of electrification in the transport sector, it is very important because as a first, in the first instance, what you will get is a significant amount of energy efficiency improvements because of the sheer change in technology. And electric vehicle technology is much more efficient in the way in which it is designed, in the kind of efficiency gains that you would have. It would be much higher compared to an internal combustion engine because of the natural physics of the system. The second issue is that as you green your electric grid, as you put solar into your electric grid, as you put hydro into your electric grid, as you put wind into your electric grid and diversify your electric grid with green options, your transport sector that is plugged into that grid would benefit from that renewable energy input.
The Belize Sustainable Energy Roadmap finds that policymakers, including the ministers of government, CEOs and business leaders, must take a participatory role in seeing greater reliability, cost effectiveness, development, and social cohesion within the sector. Today's engagement included thematic breakout sessions and group discussions to chart the way forward. Dion Kelly, the energy planner in the Energy Unit, spoke on the timeline.
We are seeking top-level approval from within the government. So we're creating a green paper, and after that it should be presented to the Prime Minister and Cabinet for their approval, and then we move on to another consultation with you guys, the stakeholders, and of course the initial policy draft, and from there another consultation, and then by the end of the year we should have this policy finalized with your support.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.